Hey guys, Matt here. So this should be a really quick video. I just got back from Denver and I want to give you guys a quick portfolio update. I like to show my portfolio every single week or just about every single week or so, as I believe that sets me apart from other stock YouTubers out there and that I show my receipts. So the first thing I like to point out, if you have been on my channel for a while, you may notice that something's missing, and something is missing. I sold Pfizer. Now, I mentioned this in my last video that I was going to do that, and yes, I went ahead with it. Now, I don't have a bear case against Pfizer. I don't have a bear case against the stock. I don't have a bear case against the company. I think both the stock and the company will continue to do well over the next 3 to 5 years. But, I mean, this is not a political channel. This is not an opinion, a philosophy channel. So I'll just keep it short and sweet. I don't like the company anymore, so I sold out of it. I took my profits. I used those profits to buy an equal amounts of Verizon and AT&T. I think I put about 900 into Verizon and 900 into AT&T. Because, I mean, if I was going to sell a dividend stock, I wanted to put the profits into other dividend stocks. And the other thing I want to point out is that, well, Facebook had a bit of a tumble last week. I mean, we are talking, if we take a look at here, I mean, it is down 31.44% the past month. And heck, in the past 5 days, after its earnings, which were certainly not the best ever, I mean, we're down about 30%. And yeah, it is reflected heavily in my portfolio. I don't remember where I was at last week, and I'm not going to go look it up, but I was a lot higher than this. Now, as far as what I want to do with the stock, what do I want to do with Facebook stock? Now, I'm not going to sell, first of all. Now, I thought that anything under $200 would be a great buying point for more Facebook, but there's something I want to talk about real quick. So with Facebook, there are two different stories here. Now, this is just the analyst estimates for the company and over this year and the next year. And I'm not going to go over this in any detail, but basically, it's a high growth company. There's a lot of expectations. There's a lot of expectations on growth revenue. There's a lot of expectations on bottom line. Like, Facebook is a regular growth company, and I don't know if you can see this here. I don't. Hopefully, my webcam is not covering up, but I mean, there's a lot of growth sentiment in this stock. Now, Facebook had a really bad quarter, but there's still a lot of growth sentiment in the stock. And as far as valuation for a growth stock, like Facebook, this is as of the 4th, before it fell even further. Like, Facebook is looking really, really good from a valuation standpoint, even from a value standpoint for a growth company. Like, Facebook is looking really, really good. However, the other side of this is that, I mean, just look at Facebook. Just go to the news on any given week. Like, Facebook has been involved in drama after drama after drama. I mean, I talk about Alibaba and the Chinese government screwing with it. I mean, the same thing's happening with Facebook and our own government, just messing with Facebook. Now, some of that is probably Facebook's own fault. I mean, I'll be the first to admit that, but like, Facebook has been involved in so much drama, and even overseas. Like, now, I don't know if this is going to happen, but Facebook is threatening, well, Meta is threatening to shut down Facebook, which is enough to cause the stock to tumble today. I'm just saying, every day, every week, it's just more bad news about Facebook, which is impacting it. Now, this probably doesn't matter long term, but I do need to consider this. Like, as good as the valuation, as good as the growth is concerned, like, I don't know, from a qualitative standpoint, I mean, is Facebook going to survive? Now, I think it will, but I need to think about this when I consider adding more shares. Now, I don't know if I'm going to add more shares if it drops below 200 or not. I have a limited amount of money left. Now, this isn't the whole deal. I spent about $250 on this on ARK. So my plan with these stocks going forward is that every single week I put about $250 into Palantir, because it's a stock that's down heavily, and it's a stock that I think has the most potential that showing its receipts as far as growth, as far as bottom line and stuff like that. And I'm also planning on putting $100 into Gevo every single week as well. Now, this week I took a week off and I put $250 into ARK this week, just because I wanted to take some advantage of the drop in the stock price. So I took a week off. I put $250 into ARK, and I'm gonna let that sit until next week. However, if Facebook keeps dropping, like I need to wrestle with the news versus this valuation, or versus growth versus valuation. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. I'll have to think about that a little bit. And my portfolio is showing a total of $63,962.96. We are up a bit from last week, but we still have a ways to go before we get back to 70 grand, which is where we were at the start of the year. We're at 12%. We're at 12% gains, which, considering everything going in the market right now, I'll take it. I mean, it's not a lot, but I'll consider myself lucky to have at least that much. But anyways, take care, have a great day, and eat your vegetables.